Okay, here we are. Another drawing. We're gonna try. Painter. I have a new recording audio recording, video recording software. So this should increase the quality. I played around with it a little bit, and yeah, much more powerful, a lot more control over things, different tracks and stuff. And looks semi-professional, and if not professional looking. So do a little things different this time. First time around, I just drew with a pen. Now I'm going to use this pencil brush, so to speak. It simulates a real pencil. Let me zoom in a bit to get what have you. I'm just going to fiddle around. Yeah, okay. Okay. So just on a layer. Fiddling around. The idea for this, I think, is just to be a bit more robotic, robot kind of mech kind of thing. I think. Just, I do all the fantasy thing over and over again. I do like robots as well as knights. Robots are kind of like knights. So. I'm just trying this out, what have you. The thing about robots and stuff like this is that you can like exaggerate limb proportions, and it's okay, it's a robot. I think that's why a lot of people like drawing monsters, is that you can draw monsters. It doesn't necessarily have to be, it can look real enough without let's see here, what do I want to do here? Piloting. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but the idea that this cockpit is like open, so you can see inside the body's mech, and maybe it's like got bits open over here, little flanges open. So you see maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Little flanges. I don't know, this is just trying this out. Maybe idea of like the fingers come out. They can pull back when they're not using, like in here. The gun is on the inside, so like when they want to use their hands, they can like flip out, and be fingers. And then when you're shooting, the fingers can go back and back and forth. Just thinking. Hope you're all having a nice Thursday. Today is the 21st of March. Make this goggles and Okay. Put a little rubble. Digging in. Let's flange it out a bit. Yeah, this is interesting. Just using the pencil to work out, you know, just rough ideas and just continue to, I guess the term is noodle away. More detail, layer on detail, and where that came from. Put that away. I don't even know if I like that at all. It's oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I seem to have trouble where the hips join legs. That seems to be a place of contention for me. I seem to have real difficulty finding that, you know, making it, because it's kind of wonky. This leg is kind of at a odd position too, so make it more squarish here. I don't know. You know, it's been a really long time since I saw any anime or mech design. I don't even know, you know, it's just like basic humanoid stuff going on here. I don't even know if it's... That leg is bothering me. Just not working. Just do it like this. Like that. It's a bit more... Yeah, I guess that's alright. Go down here. Got little like thrusters, I guess, to go, you know, so I can like jump, do like mech jumps. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if this is working for me. This whole thing is wonky. Let's just make it a robot. Iron Man style. There. I think I was trying to be too much. Too ambitious. Make that a little bit smaller. Put little antennas on there to get WiMAX and 3G. Maybe some satellite radio. Yeah, this is much better. Being mechanical, it's still at the same time kind of organic. you know, round forms. Maybe add 2, so it's like toes, so it's splayed. I think I saw that in Ghost in the Shell or something. See, now those legs look a little truncated. But like I said, it's a robot, but the anatomy doesn't necessarily have to be 100%. 100%. Although, you know, so why would an engineer design it like this? You know, or maybe it's grown or something. I don't know. Kind of funny. Yeah. Kind of funny. Let's put a little elements in here to. Oh yeah, that's right. Follow my own design paradigm. These things latch on to. They should be angled more. It should be like here's the void for where it fits in, or clamps on top or something. I don't know. Like I said, the idea is when you need a hand, they pop out. You know, when you need fingers. Yeah. Yeah. When they need fingers, they pop out this way, but when they don't, they pop in. They slide in back that way, and the guns pop out, and they can like blast away. Let's put more of the. I'm really not happy with this torso. Go with the more mech design. Plates in front. Plates to hide. You know. Supposedly protection, but at the same time. Add flare. Let's add a little detail here, and we go around. That little shading. Great thing about this pencil, Real 2B pencil, is that I'm a Cintiq. If you angle the stylus, it's like you angle the pencil, and it creates. You know, the angle you get, it gets shading, and you put it more perpendicular, it becomes a finer point. So that's why I like this pencil brush here. I think it works out wonderfully for. So yeah, so there's a plate here, so we're gonna want to put a plate like behind. It's a great element. Repetition creates a depth, and it's a great little bonus thing. Although, you know, I have these at straight angles. I have a lot of curves. Curved head, curved elbow, curved knee. Maybe it should be a bit more organically curved to match. You know. Yeah. Repetition through. You want to repeat elements over and over again. You want to put, you know, helps reinforce and unify a whole. And that's what you want to do. This is like kind of organic, kind of bug thing going on here. So yeah, it's kind of working pretty well, I think. Except for the arms. I don't know. I think it's too mechanical for what he's turning into. A lot of times when I do these drawings, I have no idea what I'm going to do, what I start with. I have no plans. Other than I'm going to draw. And sometimes these things take on a life of their own. Like with this there. So we want to... So now this is like turning, like instead of a mech with a person inside driving, it's more like an alien bug robot. So yeah. So now that, you know, it's going to be more organic with my... Let's take some of the mechanical out. And make more design elements, like, you know, I don't know, pincers and claws. I'm just going with the flow. But I really like that idea about the claws flipping up back and forth. Maybe I'll put it in something else. Reuse, reuse, reuse. Stays in the back of my head, so to speak. Doesn't work for one thing, you keep it in mind for doing other things. Or you forget about it until you do it again and realize, oh yeah, this is from when I tried it this other time and I did it this way. Yeah. Pincy claws. And this arm could still be a gun. I could still make it a gun. It just want to make it feel a bit more organic. So still have the same general shape, just to make it a bit more, I don't know, like I said, organic. Put little, I don't know, serrated blades on the, maybe not chainsaw type thing, but you know, it could be. Just various things to club people with, I guess. I don't know. Make this a little bit bigger and cylindrical and like that a little bit more. kind of works. Start putting some color down. Vaguely greenish. Okay, we're doing this on another layer. It's like I don't even have to some like you have those layers you can change the multiplier screen or what have you. Great thing about the pencil layer is that you don't necessarily have to do that. It just automatically kind of works this way. Bring some green down. Okay, just some flats. Just some flat color. We'll render in some other colors a little bit. Put some darker dots behind and darker, you know. I think I said it before. I generally try to, base color, shadow color, and then a highlight color. For you start with that, and we do some blending or something like that. Some other colors or something. There. Just working up general where things go. With some highlights. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Let's see how it. Let's try a different color for the claws. Let's go for more. That work. Bit red. Let's try yellowish glows. Bluish. I don't know. I'm just farting around. Make these. Again, this is all very rough. This is all rough flats and rough things, and I'm still not in love with it. I'm just adding color. Okay. Let's add these for the toes. Interesting. Let's go for a smaller pen brush and get some details, texture. I think it might be time to get another layer and just do some pen work I don't know. Sometimes I draw a little bit more detailed stuff. I'm just trying to get a better feel about what this is. So now I just go in and ink, so to speak, proper. You know, before the other drawing, I was more or less drawing with an ink pen, so to speak. You know, if I'd taken an ink pen and just started drawing with it. Here I've already laid, you know, foundation work with my, you know, sketching with my pencil. So here I'm just defining, refining, outlining, tracing, if you will. Just adding some details, and this is my, you know, line work. I love line work. I love doing line work. It's like when all the definition comes out and all comes together for me. Just it's all about adding definition and pattern. It's all about adding elements. And claws, gotta have the claws. So essentially I'm just like drawing it again. You draw it with pencil, and you draw it with ink, and you draw it with color. It all adds. That's not good. Let's try that. Because it's on my layer, I don't have to worry about obliterating anything else. I really love to come to love drawing digitally rather than traditionally. There's just a lot more freedom for, you know, editing and changing one's mind. Just a lot of creative freedom. Okay, let's see here. Look at this. This is changing this up a little bit. You know, it's all about finding what you like and adding. And see, like right now I'm adding elements here that weren't. Yeah, that's not right. Adding some elements that like repeat. And add to. See, I kind of had it like over here with these pencil drawing things over here, but really I think it needs to be to add I have this nasty habit of starting sentences that I don't finish. Really gotta stop doing that. But you see, I'm drawing, and you can see I'm drawing elements that aren't in. Well, I never really fleshed it out with the pencil, and when I colored it was just, here's a blob of color, and so let's add some elements in. That'll this is almost plant-like. This these elements here, this skirt, so to speak. Let's go down here and give some attention to this foot. Let's add a bit more collage. There we go. Go back over here, do the same thing. I mean, it is still, you know, technically a robot and or power suit kind of thing. So I still want to keep, you know, jump boots, but just trying to keep it a little bit more organic. Kind of silly. Kind of silly. That's all right. He's, you know, with these videos, I meant to just draw more. Not everything has to be, you know, 100% gold every time. Like I said, I'm not overly happy with, you know, everything I do. And that usually discourages me from doing anything. You know, it's like I go weeks without opening this up and doing anything. This video series is more like, okay, I need to like, if I want to get serious about making some sort of living doing this. Right now I don't. Right now I'm just pre-press tech at a printing company. I don't want to stay there forever, but I'm not going to get anywhere unless I, you know, do this. So this is like, I like making these videos, so I'm just gonna keep, this will get me going. So something I'm thinking about doing, maybe to get participation or what have you, is you see in the comments section you give out ideas for your character or a character, a D&D character, or what have you. Something I'd be willing to pull from and just draw from that and say, hey, give me, you know, draw this or draw that. I might do that. I might, you know, something to do rather than just some random thing I hobble together without even, you know, an assignment, so to speak. I'd be willing to do that. And I'd put it up on my DeviantArt page, and you could buy prints from it. I need to like investigate that a bit more. I don't. Not a lot of my drawings there are you know, high in don't have high res versions of my drawings there, so I've been meaning to gotta test it out, see if I'll, you know, maybe even print one out for myself or order one for myself to see how well the quality is there. And if you guys have suggestions about what I should, opening a store of sorts for the stuff that I do. I'd be open for that. Okay, this backside's kind of wonky. And so is this front side. Okay, these things are at odds. let's there we go. Okay, I think I need to go back into the color layer and go back and adjust my colors. Because I did a whole bunch of stuff in here that needs addressing, like this. In fact, I'm going to turn off my pencil layer. Bam. Oh yeah, it's much better. So I can just adjust my colors about what's where. Okay, yeah, this is. Okay, do this. Oh no, this one. This is the color I want. Yeah. It's only supposed to be a highlight. Take that all together. Let's darken this up a bit over here. Let's delete this, and clean this up, and clean this over. Okay. Just make that all dark. Yeah, the pencil out of the way gives me, you know, clarity as to where I go and whatnot. Open that up. You see there's all kinds of definition over here that needs to be defined, is the word. Let's see, what do we want? What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? Let's bring this down a bit. I think maybe at this point I'm going to add a darker color. Darker green color. Darker than that green color. So as to... Actually, it's a bit saturated, I think, for my taste. Let's see if we can bring it in the corner here. Yeah, there we go. That works. Just darken this area back here. I'm gonna have to play with black, get my pen out, do some more defining. But I need to do this before I did any more work on that. I'm gonna have to like zoom in on that. Let's zoom in on that. Wrong way. I always go the wrong way. Let's go in here. Let's go back. Clean up some of this. That's good. Go back in here. Let's make my brush even smaller. Clean up the colors here. So those are not bleeding. Pick that as my color. I have several hotkeys assigned to different things. See from my bottom, I have option, control option, and control and shift. Those in Painter do certain things. One is you can control the size of your brush by pressing down control and option and control, and that you can click and scale your brush size, which I find really nice. The next button up I have is option, which is your color picker. So if you want to just quick pick a color, and you want to do that a lot in drawing, because that'll make you use colors that are already in the picture and use it in other places and unify. And that's one of those fancy words, unify your drawings into what have you. So that's a color picker for that. And then the other buttons I really don't use that much. And I have my back slider set to zoom. Actually, the left side should be also brush size as well, but that's like a finer control. If I only want to go up or down by a few points or a few decimal sizes, I use the slider, but otherwise I use the option, make bigger, smaller. Let's add a gray. And gray. Grayish, greenish gray. Again, it's like, let's pick that and color it. Let's get down a bit. At this small size, I can go back to using my pen on the color layer, and I want to make some highlights for this. So I'm just gonna move that maybe a bit bright. Let's go down a little bit dimmer. There we go. And just some highlights. Do them on these claws too. Just, areas where it's shiny. You want to make it shiny, so you want to. I want to clean some of that color up, so we'll pick that color again and draw over in the corners. And again, I think I also want to go over these with my black pen and my black pen layer. I definitely need to do it with that panel, background thing there. But I want to get back to this and even just make it, just kind of highlight. What's the rule? Highlights reflect off the point that's like perpendicular to you, and usually that's like corners or the top of rounded areas, or it's spherical things. And make that even brighter bright. And the more sharp contrast, the shinier areas are. Let's add some other colors here. Let's paint some red in his eyes. It's a complementary color to the green. The red is, so it'll help. It'll pop. The more bright it is. Let's make that. Let's get some highlights for some of the areas here. Let's make this grill a little bit more yellowish, yellowy green. And that's there. We're gonna highlight that here too as well. So now we want to use that yellow other places. And it's almost over here in this area there, but we want to just highlight it in like certain, or even kind of close. This is an area shadows. We don't want to use a fully formed yellow. We want to dull it down a bit so it's almost green. So we want to use it here and here, just again to unify. I'll make that one darker. It's in shadow. Let's brighten up some. What's this color here? Again, select it to make it similar. I mean, you'll wanna. Let's dim it down a bit. Yeah, it works. I'm not altogether a fan of that chest piece thing. I think I'm going to get rid of it. Let's go back to my black layer and scale up my eraser. Oops. Don't want to delete too much, huh? So we go in here and select it. I do tend to change my mind from time to time about things that I do. Let's go back to black and use my pen, and then we'll just put a line just going down the center just to highlight. It's somewhat boxy. I mean, it's still a mech, it's still a robot, even if it's a little bit alien in design. Added some seams, details. Yeah, the size definitely. I don't know that I want to keep that. Don't know that I want to keep that. I'll go back to my big one, just big massive black. Oh, massive black. No. Just putting in, I think I've done this before in my other video where I just go in with my big brush, so to speak, my big pen tool, and just put in black. Shadows and just to reinforce and add in weight. And you know, I don't know about this. This is giving me problems. This panel here, this thing back here. I don't know if I'm enjoying it. It's quite so much. I think I'm gonna change this up a bit. Let's go back to our color layer, and I'm gonna delete a lot of this and get my pen small again. Just I got pen strokes there. Just clean it up. Maybe even shorten it up a bit. Let's just maybe even get rid of it altogether, or pare it down or something. It's just as an element. It's confusing. Confusing is what it is and why it's there, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and we'll go back and forth on both of these layers. And yeah, that helps define the claws a little more. it's not lost so much in there. I still want, you know, some sort of, I mean, even if it's just that, I mean, let's clean that up a little bit, but just as a shape. In fact, we can even just go straight up the side there. There, it's like deep in shadow. Let's zoom out. Tab. Yeah, it works. Yeah. Let's go back to my dark green color here, and let's add this here. Just adding some more shade and layering, etc., etc., etc. Let's do this. Just selecting back and forth things. Clean up areas. Okay. Adding highlights. Let's see here. Let's go back to my pen layer, my black layer, line layer, and do some more drawing, outlining. May want to, I think I'm going to add a little, I'm going to fill that with more of the yellow that I've got from other places. And add shiny areas here. You know, sort of like this over here, there's, I add in here as well. This one's probably a bit too bulbous. There we go. Again, we're going to put some yellow there, but now we're just concentrating on putting down black. I kind of started putting maybe some textury line work in. Maybe I'll do that here. I'll just put in some textury. Again, more organic-y kind of colors. Oh, I can put, that's what's missing here. I'm gonna put in an orbish thing here, sort of to match. Again, we're gonna color it a little bit in other things. Put another one over here. Texture and some just some loose line. It's all about layers and layers. I mean, not just computer layers, but like layers of detail, layers of, the more layer and complex you can get, more interesting it can become. You know, I can go into the color layer here, select this highlight color, and just kind of do the same thing, where it's just sort of kind of bleeding off into there. It's just adding texture and layering. And just take a little bit of those highlights over here. You know, it can get complicated. I mean, yeah, some people for texture they actually, you know, grab some yeah, so here it's already built in, so maybe I'll put in some yellow. Sort of has a highlight color, and yeah, that kind of works. Almost bringing that yellow in and as a highlight. And if there's little ridges or what have you on these pieces, that would catch the light and it would reflect off. I don't know. Maybe being silly. But I find my art is best when I am loose like this. It's scratching loosely, and if I try to be too controlled or too static, it doesn't work. Yellow here, there. This will be a bit different because it's a bit squarish, so you want to careful how you want to build it. You want to go from the corners, I think. Kind of silly. I don't know. Let's see, these areas here and here a bit more metallic-y, so we want to have a nice high contrast. Let's go back to my bigger so again, this is like an area that's arcing toward you, so it should be like facing you. So I think that's, let's bring a little bit more. Again, it should be like glimpse of it in here, even though it's in shadows. Yeah, it works. I think. Maybe a little. Maybe here. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that works there. Let's add this yellow here and down to here and over here. Add some highlights. Yeah. It's coming together. Layer, layer, layer. Let's add some background color. Reddish, brownish, reddish, brownish. Mars type color. Darker though, darker. There we go. Let's go back to my pen layer. Oops, that's not what I want. I accidentally moved. Let's go here and delete my sketchbook. We're done with that altogether. Let's go back here with the black pen. We're still gonna noodle around. Like here, for instance. It's pointy, pointy. We're going to add another layer to the back here. I'm going to add in some detail. Go all the way over. Press tab. Tab gets rid of your tablets and palettes things in there. I'm just going to put in like a horizon line. Maybe even, let's go to a thicker. To a bigger. Let's make that a horizon. Thick, thin, thick, thin, thick, thin. Let's add some crags. Just some shapes. They don't even have to be anything in particular. These could be buildings, they could be rocks, they could be burnt trees, they could be just, you know, anything you can think of. Mountains. Just different things. Just I gotta do like a little shadow here and cracks and crags and crevices and it's just texture. It's just texture. Put you in place and out of place. Let's just go ahead and do this. Sense of any number of things. And then let's see here. Let's add a little. Oh, keep the same layer. Let's sample this color and go just a little bit lighter. And use my airbrush. This is the first time using my airbrush tool. You can like. Just hints of, yeah, that's just too bright for me. That's not what I want. Let's get rid of that. Let's sample this again and just go a little bit. Try the airbrush thing again, only this time go a little bit larger. It goes a little slow. Let's make it not quite as large. Yeah, so you just get a slight haze. Yeah, 100%. Now it's at 10%. Now let's try 100%. See how that goes. There we go. Just enough to. Oh, yeah, that's not really dark enough. Let's try this. Is this gonna work? No, that's not gonna work. Let's get rid of that. It's all about playing and trying and playing. Don't like what you do. This is why I love digital. This is just digital lets you just play around. And I just noticed this. There we go. And this. Let's try more. Let's not do the airbrush tool. Let's just do the regular sketchboard tool. Pick this, but only go grayish. That work? Yep. I think I just reset the color. Yeah. Oh, that'll work. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Thank goodness for undo. I'm going to go back to our second layer down there and just do it like this. Come on. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Again, let's tab to get rid of the... Yeah, that kind of works, except for when I drew over my mountains. Let's draw back over here. Oh, it might work for haze. I don't know. Let's bring the scale back up down to there. And this is just silly. Okay. Yeah, let's make the earth a little bit darker. Let's go back to my canvas. Sample and darken. What I could do is use this trunk. I'm going to show you something else. In Painter, there's what's called paper, which is like supposed to simulate paper and or textures and or what have you. So here I like using, where is it? Worn pavement. And you can set your own, make your own papers. I have a paper for chainmail that I have where certain brushes take advantage of that and use it as if you're rubbing, you know. You can set the scale, opacity, and let's make it 100%. So it creates a kind of texture. I've experimented with this a lot. You want to use it sparingly. Too much, it just looks like an effect. But this might be kind of just for a little simulated whatever. Let's go a little darker. Let's go bigger. Big as it gets. Let's go even darker. There we go. I don't know. Maybe it's a little fake. I don't know. You can also set your scale so that's where like it's big up front, and then you scale it down, and it recedes to the back. I don't know. I don't know that it works necessarily. Go to OrPad. Yeah. I think it's just as good to. Yeah. Anywho, there we go. Alien monster in an alien world. Robot monster. I don't know. It's a thing. I don't like those gun turret thingies. Let's see if we can put some more detail in that. I'm just gonna go around and add more of an outline. I like outlines. Outlining is fun. I guess it's, adding more detail, adding more. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I have this problem where I get, I often get like bored of drawing after a while. It's like I could easily spend, one could easily spend another hour or two or more, getting more detailed, getting more, what have you. But I was like, I kind of at this point I just want to be done with it. It's like, okay, I'm done. That's always been, it's like I'm done. And so it's always been a problem of mine just to keep going on something. But it's a thing. It makes me kind of think I should be like a concept artist. Just kind of think what I want to do or get to eventually at some point, where it's like, you're not supposed to spend a lot of time. It's supposed to be quick and fast and down and dirty, and you get this feel, what have you. Only problem I see with it is a lot of, like a lot of the concept art I see is all very painterly. And I tried being painterly. I go to my DeviantArt. There's all kinds of me trying to be painterly, and it's like I'm just not painterly kind of guy. I like my lines. I like my, it's like that whole anime cartoon comic book feel. This is the style I like. This is the style I am. It's just I can appreciate and like a lot of the painterly stuff. I don't think I have the patience for it, or I don't have the eye for it, or maybe I should just need to practice more with it. I don't know. So, but it's, again, that's the reason with these videos. These videos are meant to be draw every day. You're not gonna get better at anything unless you like draw and just do. And so just noodling. Just drawing, noodling. Not talking much. I should talk more. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. This is kind of odd. Let's see here. Ooh, that kind of works. Make it thin and yeah, I guess I could just noodle this forever. I usually get bored and don't want to let's make this solid. A little bit of noodling. Texture. It's all about texturing and layering. Just going in and adding texture and layering. There you go. I think that's good. That's enough. We're done. Next time we'll do something else. I don't know. Give me suggestions. Put them in the notes. Put them in the comments below. Tell me what you want me to draw, and I'll draw it. I'm also open up for commissions. Just what have you. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I don't know. Something's so odd about the arms. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.